just to get started, there's some housekeeping rules. This is put on by the Economic Development Commission. It's, we're here not to complain or say we need this, what about this? It's to bring us as business partners together, to be able to bring events upon events and work with each other, and to make Mesquite a better resort community, to bring more people in, and also help each other with the downtime with the year-round citizens here and being able to offer them something. So we've brought together, this is our second session that we've had. We've brought together, we apologize, Cody from Mesquite Golf isn't here, but he's given us some stuff to speak about. But we appreciate everybody here. We're going to have, Blake's going to facilitate. And if you have anything, we'd like to have you be able to talk with each other after and so forth. But if we can just keep it going. If you do have questions, there'll be time for questions. And I appreciate everybody. Thanks.
Great. Just kind of the outline for tonight is, like I said, we apologize for a few of our emergencies for our panel. But the questions that we wanted to be able to discuss tonight were events, how the small businesses could actually be involved or collaborate with the events that are coming to town, and then be able to talk about the participation. So we've actually have two people for our panel, Lex Hall from Mesquite Gaming, and then Brian Dangerfield from Sports and Leisure from the city. And basically, they bring in events and they bring in different types of sporting events, different types of entertainment events, chili cook-off, we've got the barbecue coming up soon. And then, and so what can you as businesses, number one, be informed, and then number two, what is it that you can do to get more involved? And so we'd like to be able to share some of that information for you. This is a business to business. So what we'd like to do for the first part is kind of go over some of the things that are coming over for the next few months, probably take about 25, 30 minutes. And then the last part of the evening is networking. So there's businesses here. You can talk to each other, network, talk about your wares and how to maybe collaborate, talk to the panels, get information. We have the chamber. Obviously, we have newspapers here, and get as much information as you can out there. So with that, what we're going to do is I'm actually going to talk about right now, Natalie did mention that this is something that we want to put on. We're going to hold them every 2 months. So our next meeting, or the next forum, is going to be September 26th here. I think as long as we can get it free here again. And it'll be all remodeled, which will be really nice. And so we'll be here in September, on September 26th. Some of the things that Golf Mesquite is bringing, we know that the Remax Long Drive is in October, and that's probably one of the cornerstone events that has been in the city for a very long time, but it brings in a lot of national and international attention to Mesquite. And so it is great to have that. Brian's going to talk a little bit more about it. And then another thing that brings in a lot of, this will be the second year that it'll be here, is there's 100 media reporters that Mesquite Golf will be hosting. I think, what is it, 7, they usually do 7 courses here, and then they report on it in their golf magazines. So Mesquite gets a little bit of a snapshot in 100 different publications of golfing that will be coming in November. So there'll be 100 reporters that will be from Golf Mesquite. So I wanted to do that. Our first question is the events over the next 3 to 4 months. Kind of what we want to do is kind of give you an idea, and there was a little handout that was given to you at the table. Pretty much gives you all the way through December. If you want to know extra stuff past December, we're going to give you some information that might be helpful or will be helpful for that. And then the next questions are, what kind of event partnerships can be formed? That way, both Lex and Brian will be able to tell you what is the best way to interact with them, either coming or Mesquite Gaming. What is typical for them that you can get your business more involved? What are our business needs for our local businesses? Those could be some of the questions, and then sponsorship opportunities. So what we'll do is,
I was just gonna say, I have this one back, now it's standing all right now.
those are yours?
That's a complete list of remaining events in 2012.
Okay.
And then events that are coming up in 2013.
Okay. So what you're getting right now is from Mesquite Gaming, the complete events that are through the rest of this year and going into 2013. And do you want to start, Lex? We'll let you start and talk about the events. And I'll let you stand up and be right in front of the camera and everything. Get right on the internet right here.
No. Some of this is kind of clarified because I see we have a competitor sitting in. You can't use any of these.
Oh, we need yours back, sir.
Yeah, this is just a complete list of all the remaining 2012 events, and then on the back page, bottom of the first page, there is our projections for next year. Hopefully, they all go through. That first one on there of 2012. I know you've all heard of the Casapalooza pool parties. There's been some talk about it.
How many years have you guys been doing that?
First year. This is the first year. Been great responses. Just about 1,200 for every party.
Great.
And they last from 6 to 10:30 at night. And they work very well. And then of course we've got the Mayhem in Mesquite coming up August 18th. It's amateur martial arts. It's the first time we've done that. That'll be in the events. That'll be in the
Do you know
events
how many
too.
people will be attending?
As far as participants, probably 50 to 60 right now. Okay, in the next couple of years, I'm sure.
So
Pardon?
Yeah.
Unless they bring an entourage.
See,
Yes,
that's the thing,
yes,
if
they all
we-
bring support.
Right, what we're asking is if they can give us a number for each event, then we can plan on, like you said, that the families or whoever else comes with them.
But they all bring support group,
Right.
and we don't know, it's the first time we've done it, so it'll be good. The barbecue, Smoking a Mesquite Barbecue, last year we had, I think it was just about 50 participants with big support groups. I mean, probably, I'm telling you, probably close to 300 people totally involved in the barbecue.
Just
the
barbecue. Now,
Yeah.
do you have
And you-
any information on outside, outside of Mesquite that came to the event?
Vendors?
Not necessarily vendors, but people.
Were your rooms full?
No,
Yeah.
not but there was a lot of outside.
Outside,
Yes.
so it does bring people.
But I don't have a number for that. I could-
No, that's
I could
fine.
get some. The prize money's big. It's one of the biggest in the country at $40,000.
At the Smoking Mesquite?
Yes.
Now, is the Pit Boss is gonna be filming again this year, or that TV show, The Pit Boss?
No. I don't think so. The Bunko tournament, maybe some of the folks have been involved in that. That's coming up on October 6th. It works very well. Big participants. And I can't really give you a number on the participants this last year, but loosely.
Okay.
Very happy with that.
Is that outside, when you talk about outside, people coming from neighboring communities or
Yes.
out of state?
From a big group from Salt Lake City.
Okay. Which is a good target market.
Yes. And then, you know what, it's not local, we talk about local, we look at St. George, Cedar City is considered local.
Right.
Of course, you all know about the Green Axle Drive, that does real well for us. This is how many years?
15?
16, 14, 15.
18.
Wow.
Yeah, it's been here for a while.
Mesquite Tri-State Marathon, we've done the marathon before, it's good, it's getting bigger every year.
You guys actually sponsor that?
We do.
Yeah.
You know, some of these events, of course, you don't see a dollar amount sponsor fee, but it's,
Oh, it's still a good investment.
it's still, yeah, it is.
Is it still?
And
a
you guys
pre-
want to see some return on it, so.
Is it still a precursor to the Boston Marathon? Isn't that a
Qualifier, right?
qualifier
Yes.
for the Boston Marathon?
Of course, we all know, listen, we want huge attendance, people to come to Mesquite, and hopefully they come into the casino and gamble a little bit.
Well, that's what their income costs.
Yeah.
Or state income. And gamble, they lose, they don't have to pay state income tax.
Then the next one is December 11th to the 15th, Nevada Open. It's always been a great one. 2003, that's through the 13th, or through 2012. Then, of course, our car show in January, huge, upward of 500 entries in the car show. With all the
That show was really big.
Yes.
You had it at,
Both
Both
Oasis
places.
and
The
the
Oasis
Oasis parking lot and Casablanca.
and Eureka.
Yes, they have some, and the Virgin River has.
And the Virgin River
Yeah.
had some, yeah. So
But
it was
mainly-
very
mainly
big.
it's-
And there was some kind of barbecue thing going on at the same time too.
No, that was the chili cook-off.
No?
Chili cook-off, was that same weekend?
Yeah, we
Well,
did
they
have
had
a
a-
chili cook-off.
But it wasn't with the car show.
There's a chili cook-off,
Yeah,
car
same-
show over at the
yeah,
Casa,
same.
then there was a little people selling barbecue
Is
beef.
that what it was?
It's just,
Yeah.
it
Oh,
was just
there
a
was
vendor for
barbecue
the
at-
barbecue.
yeah, it was just a
And
barbecue
then
guy.
there were people barbecuing
Vendor.
on that side,
Yeah,
it was in our
vendor.
contest.
That car show has been very successful the last one.
It's a lot of fun.
It's a lot of fun.
Yeah.
The next one is the new one, Mesquite Balloon Festival. We'll try that. We thought about it last year. The only thing that worries us is the wind in Mesquite. But we're gonna try it anyway. We don't have a number of participants yet, but could be up to 25, so
So you're
that
hoping-
would make us happy.
So you're hoping the same people return plus more?
Yes.
And how many, do you have an estimation of how many people it brought in? I mean, you have 20, 30 balloons, but how many?
Well, they have their
people-
support groups of 3, 4, 5 people, so.
So you're 100, 150, okay. About 150 people. Okay.
Branson out west, this will be our 4th year. Works very well. This was good. Last year we had, not all the shows were sold out, but it was very good. Depending on the weather. Other events for 2013, we have those free concerts almost every Friday right now. Free, really some great entertainment. And I'll be honest with you, this last week was a little disappointing, but it was an off week, so, but they've been very good.
Good.
And of course, we're not big ads, it's good, you always know who it is.
Do you get many outside, there again, do you get many from Cedar,
Yes,
St. George?
yes, we do.
Vegas to come down
Good
and see
numbers.
those concerts?
Even
Okay.
Vegas,
Okay.
because they're free.
Yeah, it's not free in Vegas.
Almost free.
Almost free.
Other events for 13, Casa Palooza pool parties, hopefully they'll be continuing
Continue
on
again next year.
Next summer. We have one a month. Like I said, the turnout has just been about, we wristband those people when they come in, and it's been just right around 1,200 for each one.
And on those paloozas, I realized one time, we had some friends that were down here for a golf tournament on that weekend, the first one that they had. So those people, they were excited to know that when they got done golfing, that they had somewhere to go. And that's what we're trying to work on, is they're gonna be moving around, so we wanna be prepared and have customer service and have, you know, if your restaurant, have the food, have the staff, things like that. So this is interesting to know.
I know that the big one was the World Arm Wrestling a few years ago.
Few years
When,
ago.
most of the local businesses got really big. I know the Walmart numbers they said were unbelievable.
A lot of foreigners.
Right. Yeah.
A lot of foreigners to Walmart.
And they had a lot of money. They had a lot of money. But hopefully, I think we're maybe on track to get that in 2014.
Oh,
have it every 2 years.
So you can only have it every 3 years.
The
4 years?
world,
Three years.
The world
per
rest.
year.
3 years.
Three
We'll
years.
You're gonna have to
bid
speak
on
up,
it.
y'all are talking to each other and it's not.
Oh, I'm
Sorry
sorry.
about that, yeah.
Lex doesn't have
You
a very
might-
good voice.
Some of
Well, I
us,
understand.
You
Talk louder,
we're
Lex.
sorry.
Like
I'm
say to
trying to
talk
be
to
polite
people when
with
he's
my
not on the
hat.
floor.
Well,
Yeah.
you know, one of the things, well, before we move on, Brian, one of the things, and you mentioned, we've talked about these events coming to town. How can, we know that Mesquite Gaming spends a lot of money to bring this to town, but business owners, one of the things that they would like to know is what can they do to maybe get involved? Is there ways to volunteer? Is there ways to spend sponsor money? Is there ways to get vendor booths? Is there, what can they do to maybe participate or even participate with Mesquite Gaming?
Well,
to-
the barbecue and the events like that, yeah, the vendors. We know that the small event, they can't come up with sponsor money. We know that. Big thing is just supporting the event by attendance,
Okay.
local attendance. That's the big thing.
I think what Blake is talking about is that we'd like to see that the events that come to town draw more business into the local businesses.
And I guess if we can let the local businesses know ahead of time what kind of attendance we're projecting,
Mhm.
they can staff for it, they can stock their shelves for it. Maybe the food, I know that World Arm Wrestling, I know there's some folks, businesses that would actually run out of product,
That's,
but they didn't expect that kind of a.
and that's kind of what we're trying to do, is bring in the faces, familiar faces, so that you know when there's an event coming, there'll be some contact information to call. You know, not everybody's just gonna be handed stuff, so the city isn't gonna take us by the hand and say, here's this and here's that. As business owners, we're gonna have to take it incentive to call each other and find these things out and start working with each other. So meeting face to face like this
But
is
that's
what
the
we're looking
question,
at.
who do we call, who do we contact?
Well, what I was gonna say was maybe we can post some of the information on our website so you can pull it up.
There is a page on your website that does that.
Right.
Right.
How about a dissemination center somewhere that provides
Well, actually, it's all-
everybody that comes to town what's going on?
It's all
and where
listed
they
on the
can
city
go.
community
We will talk about
calendar.
that at the end. here.
Yeah, it's on the
We're working
calendar,
on
but
it.
I'm not talking about that.
Right, we
But
understand that.
if we expect
No, no,
thousands of people to be here, actually
Yeah, I know
on
which
the
one.
weekend for any event,
But I mean, like at the casinos, I've tried in the past, and I'm just relating myself, is a little reluctant to pass out any information about my facility. The casinos have always been, they sponsor an event, and they
Well,
want
that's-
as many of those people to stay there and use
That-
their
that-
facility.
That is
And
correct.
you can understand that.
And that's why we're here though, is that, they want to keep everybody on their property.
Right.
That's they want
That's
them,
always the name of
they
the
want them
game.
in the restaurants or the casino,
Right.
but we know they're gonna wander around town, and they're gonna go from one end to the other to get to each other's casinos. And so they're gonna go find a place to eat. Some people don't wanna take their kids or family through the casino for a restaurant. So we can't say, we wanna be there, you have to share with us. It's,
No,
but
I'm
we
not
want to
saying
you,
that, but I
right?
think you need some area somewhere
Right.
when these events are here, that these people can go to one point and find out where everything is they may or may not be looking
And
for.
we'll work on that. That's probably for our next thing in September, we'll work on that, okay?